All right, thanks, Corey. We've got attorney Greg Remmenga joining us live in the studio this afternoon. And Greg, we're talking about a few different ways you can resolve an incident.
Well, we've talked about an awful lot about going to court and having a jury trial. And if you go to court, one of the big drawbacks is you're on the court's calendar. You can only get in to have your case litigated when the court has time on their calendar. And there are various things that can bump that back, such as criminal trials may take precedent over some of the civil trials.
Okay.
So your accident claim may get pushed back even though you've been waiting for a while.
So what are some other alternatives as opposed to just going to a court?
Well, one of the things you can do is it's called a arbitration.
Okay.
Arbitration, you and the other side hire a judge or a person with expertise in that area. For example, if you're doing a construction case, you could hire somebody that's familiar with construction to be your judge in that case, your arbiter, and then you go through the whole situation the same as you do at trial, present evidence, present arguments, and then the arbiter or a group of 2 or 3 arbiters make the decision and decide the fate of your case. In arbitration, you can either do it binding, which means whatever they rule is the same as a court making the ruling, or a lot of people do a non-binding where they present all the evidence, get a decision from the arbiter, but they don't have to go along with that, but it gives you a pretty good idea of what's going to happen if you would take it to trial. So it may be a way to resolve it without something being binding.
So if you hire an arbiter, how do you know that the arbiter is going to play fairly? Well, how do you know they're going to judge fairly?
You really don't, but the way you work that out is the two sides select an arbiter, or a lot of times the two sides, each one of them selects an arbiter, and the 2 arbiters select a third. So you have 3 people voting on how the case is going to come out.
All right, and really quick, do you want to talk about mediation really quick?
The third way is mediation. It's basically a settlement conference. The person you're presenting to doesn't have any ability to bind you, gives you the pros and cons of your case, gives the other side the pros and cons of their case, and tries to get the 2 of you to agree on a resolution.
All right, a lot of interesting stuff there. I encourage you, if you have any questions for Greg, feel free to give him a call at the phone number on your screen. Thanks for stopping by the studio today. I've got my full other forecast coming up.
If you want Greg to answer one of your legal questions, visit KREXTV.com, click on Live in the Studio, and submit your question on the right side of the screen. Watch Greg's segment every Wednesday on News Channel 5 at noon.